Hi everyone. In this video we're going to talk about how to set up a high power system for 4 IP devices. So why do we need to set up a high power system? Because the 4 IP devices, most of them are PoE enabled, and with that we can use simply an Ethernet to power them. This will save us a lot of trouble when we are setting them up, deploying them. We don't need to worry if there's like an extra power outlet near it, and it's more safer because we don't have to, try to attach it to an alternating current. In this case, we're going to attach like this giant panel zoom camera, which will consume a high amount of power, and also this like VoIP phone and this wireless access point. These all will take a personal amount of power from our power supply equipment. And usually in our houses we use a router as for transmitting data and exchanging data. So usually in a lot of cases people will say, yeah, just go for a PoE switch, high power PoE switch, your problems will all be solved. But we're living in a house and we're not going to spend that much money on a PoE switch. That's why today I'm going to introduce you guys to a very simple, convenient method. It's just using a PoE injector, which we're going to choose a high power one, and then a PoE powered switch. This is a 4-port PoE powered switch, and it's very special. So first let's take a look at the PoE injector. This is a 90 watts PoE high power injector. It outputs 90 watts of power. When it comes to the PoE powered switch, PoE powered switch will have a remaining of 65, around that much watts, and that would be totally enough for powering 4 high power devices. And you can always save a port for connecting it to your computer. And then this 4-port PoE powered switch is also really special. It's like a combination of a power supply equipment and a powered device. So it has a port where it connects to our main network, and hence in this case it also connects with our PoE injector. So it receives the data from the router, and then it receives the power from the high power PoE injector. And then it will kind of combine these two and divide them to 4 more ports. So these 4 ports will have a power budget of like 65 watts, and they can all support PoE devices. All we need is just easily connect them. It's that easy. And no need to like worry for power supplies. And itself, it doesn't need any extra power supply as well. So very convenient. Usually in our households, the smallest box can fit in like almost anywhere we want. So this is like the most ideal choice for a household high power network system. And I'll kind of assemble them and show you guys how easy it is to set up the system. First, let's take our router right here and connect it to our PoE injector. So this is a high power PoE injector, which means it complies with the IEEE 802.3 BT protocol. And that way, it uses all 4 pairs of twisted wire inside the Ethernet to transmit the power and data. That's like running on a four-way highway to raise our speed. So all the 4 twisted wires are occupied. And now we have, this is currently, now you can see in the front, the indicators are on. I mean, it's currently receiving data from the router. And now simply we need just an Ethernet cable to connect the PoE injector to our PoE powered switch. And remember this individual switch here, it's like divided into 2 groups right here. And we need to insert the power and data from the individual port. And now there's power and data in here. Now we can use Ethernet cables to connect them to all these IP devices. Now, let's take our Ethernet cables and connect all the IP devices. So one Ethernet cable connecting our VoIP phone to our powered switch. You guys can see all the indicators on. It means it's for gaining power and data. And then another one connecting our panel to zoom camera. Panel to zoom camera usually requires more power, so it might be the largest consumer here. And we can see it's turning on, self-checking right now. The initial self-diagnosis is an important process. And then our wireless access point. And you can see our wireless access point is receiving power and data as well. So after we connected like 3 IP devices, this is like a power budget of around 40 watts maybe, and everything's still running good. So this is our high power system. Now, if you guys have any more questions about this, you can leave them at the section below, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.